Chelsea have confirmed the signing of Saul Niguez on a season-long loan deal from Atletico Madrid. The Champions League winners will pay a loan fee of around £3.4 million and have the option to buy the 26-year-old midfielder for £30 million €35 million in 12 months' time. Thomas Tuchel had been intent on strengthening his midfield options to increase Chelsea's title hopes for the season ahead, and Saul Niguez adds more quality to a squad already good players like of Jorginho, N'Golo Kante, Mateo Kovacic and Mason Mount. The Spain international is one of just 2 new senior players through the doors at Stamford Bridge this summer, following Romelu Lukaku's club record £97.5 million transfer from Inter Milan last month. Saul Niguez doesn't play usually in the first team under Diego Simeone as Atletico won La Liga for the first time since 2014 last term, and all parties were in agreement over a switch to West London. Chelsea supporters had to wait for confirmation of Saul's temporary move, and an official announcement did not arrive until just before midnight, with clubs given an hour after the deadline to complete all of the necessary paperwork. "I am very excited to start this new challenge with Chelsea," Saul told Chelsea's website. "Blues fans, I am one of you now and I can't wait to wear the shirt, start training and see all of you. See you soon." Chelsea director Marina Granovskaya is confident the club have added a proven winner to their ranks and believes the midfielder has all the attributes to help the club achieve the goals this season. "We welcome Saul to the club and believe he completes our squad as we compete for honours in 5 different competitions this season," she said. "He is a proven winner, a player with huge experience, and we know he will be very well suited to the challenges that face us on all fronts in the coming year." The Spaniard is yet to leave Madrid but will be expected to fly to London over the coming 48 hours. Saul has scored 43 goals in 340 appearances across his decade-long spell in Atletico's first team since graduating from the academy ranks. In that time, the midfielder has helped his boyhood club win 2 Europa League trophies, the Copa del Rey, the Spanish Super Cup and last year's La Liga title. Saul will hope a successful loan spell at Chelsea leads to a return to play for Spain's squad in the near future, with Luis Enrique leaving him out of his squad for this summer's European Championships. Chelsea pulled out of talks over signing Sevilla defender Jules Kounde on transfer deadline day, and the reason why has been revealed, according to reports. The 22-year-old has been heavily linked with the Blues all summer to replace Kurt Zouma replacement who left Chelsea to join West Ham early this week. However, Chelsea pulled out of the deal as they deemed the signing too expensive for Jules Kounde. It was reported that Chelsea had a fresh bid of €55 million rejected by Sevilla in recent days, but the Blues were believed to have walked away after Sevilla raised their asking price by €15 million despite Chelsea has done for personal agreement with Kounde. And that is the reason why Chelsea hasn't completed this deal in the deadline day, to make Chelsea fans a big surprise. According to report, Thomas Tuchel is happy with his Chelsea squad without Kounde, despite selling Kurt Zouma to free up space in defense. The German instead decided to sign a midfielder, and Saul Niguez joins the Blues on a season-long loan move from Atletico Madrid. It remains to be seen as to whether Chelsea will go back in for Kounde in January and try to negotiate a smaller fee with Sevilla, or whether the relationship between the two clubs has been damaged. Chelsea midfielder Ross Barkley will not be joining Burnley on a season-long loan before Tuesday's transfer deadline, according to reports. The midfielder was previously linked with Burnley, but a deal won't happen in the final transfer day. Chelsea have been trying to offload several midfielders this summer, with Chenwe Bakayoko, Conor Gallagher, Billy Gilmore, Danny Drinkwater and Ethan Ampadu all departing on loan spells across Europe. Barkley will have a difficult situation to fight a spot in Thomas Tuchel's team with many good midfielders ahead of him. With the signing of Saul Niguez on loan from Atletico Madrid, Barkley will fall even further down the pecking order at Stamford Bridge. To add more bad news, Barkley's number 8 shirt was given to Mateo Kovacic ahead of the 2021-22 season, showing that the midfielder had no future at the club. Ruben Loftus-Cheek also returned from loan and was pushed higher up the pecking order than Barkley despite making less appearances for Chelsea. Despite the dark future ahead, I hope Thomas Tuchel will give him a chance to play in the Carabao Cup, FA Cup or some easy matches in the Premier League. Ethan Ampadu has joined Venezia on a season-long loan deal from Chelsea. In an official statement, Chelsea have confirmed the loan exit of Ethan Ampadu to Venezia. They have also confirmed that the young midfielder has extended his current deal at Stamford Bridge until 2024. There is no option to buy in the loan contract with Venezia, which means he will return to the club at the end of the season. Ampadu spent the most recent season on loan to Sheffield United. The youngster featured in 25 league matches for the Blades last term, becoming an important part of the defensive unit. Unfortunately, he was not able to save the club from relegation as they finished the 2020-21 campaign at the bottom of the league table. The 20-year-old also had a loan at RB Leipzig. He wasn't as lucky with game time in Germany, appearanced in just 3 matches in the Bundesliga. Unfortunately, his prospects at Chelsea were made limited to play too, despite the departure of Kurt Zouma, Fikayo Tomori and the late collapse of the club's deal to sign Jules Kounde from Sevilla. As a result, the holding midfielder, who can also play at centre-back, has joined Venezia on a season-long loan deal, hoping to make his breakthrough in professional football. The Venezia's excellent performance last season to get promoted to Serie A this summer, and it appears they are ready to bank their hopes on Ampadu as they look to survive in the Serie A next season. Chelsea star Malang Sarr fails to seal move to Greuther Furth despite travelling to Germany to complete the transfer. The 22-year-old was a top candidate to leave Stamford Bridge in the deadline day, along with the likes of Ethan Ampadu and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Malang Sarr had attracted significant transfer interest from clubs across Europe, with League One side Brest also keen on acquiring his services. However, Bundesliga club Greuther Furth set to be winning the race to sign the centre-back on loan from Chelsea. The German top-flight club were working on a loan deal for the former Nice star and looked to be on the verge of signing him. According to French outlet Foot Mercato, Sarr had even travelled to Germany with a view to completing a deadline day move to Greuther Furth. However, the transfer window has closed and a move to Greuther Furth has not done for the 22-year-old. With a move to Greuther Furth not happening, it remains to be seen where the future lies for the Chelsea defender in this season. Dujon Sterling joins Blackpool on loan from Chelsea. Chelsea have announced a 2-year contract extension for Dujon Sterling and have sent him on loan to Blackpool in the Championship for the season. The 21-year-old will also have an option for an extra year at Stamford Bridge after impressing in pre-season under Thomas Tuchel. It marks a huge turnaround for the youngster who debuted for Chelsea under Antonio Conte in 2017, but had a 13-month layoff due to an injury and then a separate illness that was not related to COVID. Sterling told the Blackpool club website, "I knew there was interest a couple of weeks ago and I am happy to be here now. I feel in the best shape of my life, and this is the test that I need. The gaffer has put his trust in me and hopefully I can repay that trust." Blackpool manager and former Liverpool U23's boss Neil Critchley added, "Dujon has developed through a very successful Chelsea academy and won numerous cups and titles. He's an attack-minded fullback who is certainly ready for this move, having had previous senior loan experience with Coventry and Wigan. I know our supporters will enjoy watching him play. He's performed well for the Chelsea first-team squad in pre-season, and I'd like to thank Chelsea for entrusting us with his continued development.